Hello, my name is Brandon Enright, and this is Will's Copter 3x3x3. That is, this puzzle combines the cuts of a Curvy Copter, which turns on edges and has a curvy cut that exposes the center edge, and it combines the cuts of that with a 3x3x3. So it can do edge turns and face turns. Will did an incredibly good job with this puzzle. He got the curves just right. He eliminated as many pieces on the inside as he possibly could. And in general just made a really solid, very good turning puzzle. The edges turn very smoothly. They're not very sensitive to alignment, so you don't usually have to concentrate very much to get them to turn very smoothly. And then the faces also turn really great, although they are a little bit more sensitive to alignment than the edges are. And because the number of turnable axes on this puzzle, 12 edges and then 6 faces, there are 18 turnable axes on this puzzle. It is relatively easy to have one of the axes ever so slightly misaligned, and that can make turning a face or can make turning another axis a little bit hard. So you'll be going to turn this face down, and you'll accidentally say, with your thumb, you'll accidentally do an edge turn instead. And so you have to be a little bit more careful with how you hold this puzzle than a Curvy Copter where it's only got the 12 axes and you don't really have to worry about alignment, or a 3x3x3 where it only has the 6 axes and you don't have to worry about alignment. This puzzle is a little bit more sensitive to those things than either of the constituent puzzles it's made out of. However, considering the complexity of this puzzle, I think it came out absolutely great. Will did a fantastic job. Obviously, I've tumbled this print, and the tumble job I did, I think, is pretty decent. The faces, I couldn't wear down the faces as well as I wanted to, but the edges of the pieces I wore down great, and so the stickers that Will cut a set of stickers for me. The stickers are going to cover up the print grain. Let me see if I can catch it in the reflection there. There's some grain to the print, and the stickers are going to cover that up, and you're only going to see the edges, and the edges look great. So I'm really excited this puzzle that already came out great in terms of turning, and I'm really excited that when I get it stickered, it's just going to look fantastic. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to handle stickering these teeny tiny little triangles here. Will was gracious enough to include the 4 copies of those, but then he included a whole bunch of additional ones over on the edge here so that if they fall off I can put them back on. I may have to resort to super glue to keep those on. So this puzzle is going to take a really long time to sticker. I think it has something like maybe 28. I think it has something like 28 stickers per face, times 6 faces. So this is going to be quite a sticker job. But I'm going to start stickering it, and then I'll show it stickered, and I'll show a little bit more turning. But in general, I think that the puzzle's looking great. It's turning great, and I'm really excited that the finished product is going to really exceed my expectations. It's already exceeding my expectations so far. Alright, I finally finished stickering the Copter 3x3x3. Because of the tumbling, some of the stickers are a teeny tiny bit too big. So you probably can't see it, but the tips of the corners hang over just a teeny tiny bit where the piece starts to curve. The chiral triangles, the right and left chiral triangles, are perfect. The helicopter cube triangle, this piece right here, is slightly too big, so the tip of it right there sort of hangs over the curve. The center 4 triangles are perfect, and then those 3, they were always too big. There's not really anything you can do about that. Those pieces are incredibly hard to sticker. So the puzzle's looking really good. Stickers applied really well. Will's stickers are very high quality. He uses a pretty thick vinyl with a really strong adhesive. Puzzle turns really nice. Combine You have to get everything aligned for these face turns. So I'm really looking forward to solving this puzzle. There's a couple different ways to do it. You can do it reduction to helicopter cube, which is actually, I think, pretty challenging. Or rather, reduction to Curvy Copter. You could also do it via reduction to a 3x3x3, which I've done, and it has some interesting parity cases that you have to watch out for. And then you can, of course, just solve it by piece type, solve the commutators by piece type. But it has a lot of potential, and the puzzle turns so well that I don't think the physicalness of it is going to get in the way of the solving. So I'm really excited to be playing with this puzzle, or to have this puzzle and have the opportunity to play with it. It turns really great. All in all, it was a lot of work. It's a really intricate puzzle. It was hard to tumble. It's pretty complicated to assemble. So, although I definitely recommend this puzzle, I think I'd recommend that you get a fully assembled, broken-in, stickered copy from Will. I'm not sure what he charges for that, but if it's less than about $150, it's probably worth it, just because of the amount of effort that I had to put into this puzzle. So, I can show some jumbling too. So, well, if I can get this to turn. So then align that, and it'll jumble. And then, as I discovered, this can still be turned. There we go. So that's going to make for some really interesting jumbling cases. I imagine the jumbling is going to be quite challenging. Well, I bet unjumbling is going to be quite a bit more challenging than unjumbling a normal Curvy Copter, just because of the face moves allow you to sort of break the pairs up. So it looks good, and I can't wait to play with it. So thanks for watching.